a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. I wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind, ignoring all the signs, and if I lose the fight, I still rage against the I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine.
Welcome to the Wednesday stream. I hope everyone's having an awesome Wednesday. Welcome, everybody. It's almost the weekend, folks. Welcome, everyone. John Lithium, Blue Brother, Michael Hassler, Cognizant. Welcome, everybody. Just in time, indeed. Good evening, everybody. We have quite the amount of stuff to go through. Let's get started. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Folks, if you want to support the channel, do all the things. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. We are here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Check out my show on this space on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, just another day in paradise. Just another day in paradise. Alright, folks, if you want to support the channel directly, there's the links. Check out the merch store, tip. Join the Discord, folks. Join the Discord. And, Substack and do all the stuff. Alright, let's get started. We'll start with some hopium. Or at least something good. Ladybug, welcome. Welcome to the Donald Show, also known as I'm going to show my voters how hard I can be to fight crime that doesn't exist. Yeah. And pretend that insurrections are happening when they're not.
¡La migra!
One second, folks. I'm gonna pause before, while this gets back up. There we are. If it's not one thing, it's another, folks. Now, if it's one thing, it's another. Bipedal Meatbag, welcome. The 901 Push, thank you for the follow. I think, should be okay. I'll rewind just a bit, folks.
Hey, go. Hey, get the fuck out of here! Let me see your fucking face, bro! Let him go!
This is how you save lives, folks. It is not an understatement. This is how you save lives, folks. It's the community coming together. Okay? You wanna know the key to beating fascism? You wanna know the key, the secret? It's a unified community. It's a unified country. Okay? A unified front against fascism. These scared little men got run off because they couldn't get one person. Was that the person they were looking for? Was that person even undocumented? It's unclear. Not that it matters. But the point being is that this is how you beat fascism, folks. Do not be afraid. Fear is what feeds fascism. Together, a united community is what does the trick, folks.
You just watched a community come together to save a man from an attempted kidnapping by the ICE Gestapo, and that video demonstrates the importance of solidarity because one by one, they came out and they put more and more pressure on them to leave him alone. Cars were honking at them while they were going by, people were filming the incident, others were confronting them more directly, as you saw. And,
and also, like, it's still unclear whether or not those were actual ICE agents because that's not, we just don't know. B, if they even had a legal warrant for that person. Let them come to Detroit and see and try that. Is this in Chicago? Good question. I have no idea. Can't deport them all, exactly.
collectively, they drove away those fascist pigs. But I do fear that they would have actually gone away with it had they not been brazen enough to commit that human rights abuse right out in the open in a four-way intersection where everybody could see what they were doing in broad daylight. And we don't have much details about that particular incident, but if the man that they were trying to kidnap was some kind of hardened criminal, then they would have had no problem whatsoever explaining to observers that they had a judicial warrant that was signed by a judge. But since they didn't do that, odds are they were likely just trying to grab an innocent man. So they decided to give up because it wasn't worth the hassle. But
because like if they actually had some kind of warrant or something, like there'd be no argument, right? Like if there's a legitimate warrant or legitimate reason why they're going to arrest this person, it wouldn't have mattered. Why would you why would you leave? You just show the papers or be more forceful and say, no, this guy has a warrant. He's got to go, or whatever the nonsense that you want to pull up, but at least make it legit. So definitely wasn't legit at all. And this is how you beat fascism. So I feel like that's a perfect way to start. With a little bit of hopium, right? It means solidarity. It means bringing people together. That's how you beat fascism. Okay? Don't let your neighbors get abducted, okay? Because at the end of the day, they'll come for you too.
Problem is that not all ICE agents give up so easily. And I say that because when a member of Chicago City Council asked ICE agents in a hospital to present a warrant for someone that they were trying to kidnap, and this person, by the way, was only in the hospital because he was injured so badly when they were trying to kidnap him in the first place. But just look at the way that they responded to a member of City Council for daring to ask for a warrant.
He has constitutional rights.
No.
He has constitutional rights. Do you have a sign?
No.
Do
You need to
show
leave.
warrant for me?
Turn around. We're in Turn
Yeah. Just to be clear, yes, undocumented people have constitutional rights. How long until we refer to ICE as the Gazpacho police? That's an insult to Gazpacho. That is an insult to Gazpacho. Gazpacho actually looks tasty.
He's under. I'm going to arrest you. You are going to be placed under arrest.
Do you have a sign?
You
Do
need
you
to
show
leave.
warrant for him?
Can somebody go in the hallway and get
Do
Lisa
you
for
have
me,
a
please?
signed judicial warrant for him?
Can somebody go in the hallway and get Lisa for me? This is an older person who's being under arrest. I need my other staffer who's in the hallway by registration to come here, please.
You are hurting. I am asking. I'm not.
Can somebody get my
I am
staffer,
asking.
please?
This is a hospital. Do you have a signed judicial warrant for him? I am asking.
Yeah, their warrants are posted slips written with Sharpie.
I am asking. I did not touch you.
We told you to leave.
I did
You're
not touch
impeding.
you.
Now you're
I
under
did
arrest
not
for
touch you.
impeding.
I did
Thank
not
you.
touch
Impeding.
you.
Impeding
We're
is not a
asking
crime,
for
by
a
the way.
Is
signed
Lisa still out there?
judicial
Asking for a
It is
warrant is not obstruction. What they see, this is how like ignorant these people are. What they're talking about is obstruction. Asking for legitimately asking for a warrant is not obstruction. That's like basic 101. Otherwise, you can't just be hauling people off. That's not how this works.
very simple. It is very simple. That man has constitutional rights. I
We
did
do
not
not need
touch
a
you.
warrant.
It is a public space. I am not.
You do not need a warrant. That's not true, actually. And yes, she is correct. Everyone under the Constitution has due process. Why without a doubt is unconstitutional. Is still a far away from the Gestapo, which they put prisoners straight into I guess you mean concentration camps. But no, the Gestapo was way before that. Like it's not just that the Gestapo showed up, and you showed up, and you showed up in concentration camps. This was long before the Gestapo existed. Way before that. This is literally the modern day Gestapo. No doubt about it. This is like a arm of the executive that's going around trying to round up the undesirables, in this case, undocumented people. And that's it. The secret police, essentially. Those ICE commercials are not helping either. They make me ill every time I see them. Yeah, it's just fascist propaganda. Yeah, as students of history, we know. Apparently, it is how it works until stopped by force. Yep. Just like we saw in the beginning. You got something to say, graphic content? Because, we could make this easier. Or you could make it easier for everybody involved. And just say what you want to say. There's actually many steps leading up to the decision to just explicitly... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I had there's this clown on Instagram that was in favor of all this Trump. Are you triggered by an emote? No, I'm just asking for you to come out and just say what you want to say so we can just take care of it and be done with it and move on with our day. Who I called a good German because he was in favor of these Trump, deportations, and said something like, oh, you're just observing. Yeah, sure, bud. Anyways, just remember, if the troll gets aggressive, have your mod kick them out. No, I like to do it myself. I know guys enjoy good echo chamber. This is my house, graphic content. What are you talking about? This is my channel. I do whatever I want on my channel and have whoever I want in my house. If I want this channel to be the biggest echo chamber of life, I'll do it. If I want everybody's username to be blue or they'll be banned, I can do it. Yeah, of course, dude. I don't like fascists, dude. I don't like fascists. We agree how nice that they're fascists without a doubt, but it's still a long road for ICE to be similar to the Gestapo. No, they're 100%. They're 100% Gestapo. Like, that's like saying, like, well, the SS, we didn't call them the SS until the camp started. But, like, no, they started beforehand. It's like the SA, I think, was the original one. Yeah, Mario, most people don't leave trash rotting around their house. Yeah, exactly. I just don't like fascists. Most people dispose of things that are worthless or less than worthless. Yeah, like fascist opinions. Soul Life, welcome.
Trespassing, I am asking you, do you have a signed judicial warrant?
They don't.
I am asking.
Because it would be so simple to just produce the legitimate warrant and be done with it. Like, that conversation is like a 5-second conversation.
You have a signed judicial warrant for him. It is a question, sir.
Ma'am,
You are
we do
an
not need-
agent.
we do
You are
not
a federal
need-
agent.
We do not need a
You are a
warrant for
federal
somebody
agent. I
under
am an
arrest.
elected official, and I am
That's not true.
asking.
Did you hear what they said? At the beginning of the clip, when she said that the man that they were trying to kidnap had constitutional rights, he said no. And then both of them said that they don't need warrants to abduct somebody from the hospital.
Yeah, which, like, none of them have warrant. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so basically what they're saying is, like, we don't give a fuck about the Constitution. We don't care about due process. We don't care about the rights that people have. Again, the Constitution doesn't talk about rights being only awarded to American citizens. The Constitution talks about rights being awarded to people. That means everybody underneath the United States has those rights, because that's how you prove whether or not any of these things are true. Right? Like, how would you prove that someone is undocumented? They have to go through a process. How would you prove that someone is a criminal? You have to go through a process. Because the Gestapo had standards, ICE does not. Yeah, I mean, I'm just calling them the modern day, like, the modern day Gestapo. Not that they're a one-to-one. I'm saying that they are very similar. Of course, like, you know, this isn't exactly Nazi Germany, right? But the fascist, ideology and groundwork is very similar. It's very similar. History doesn't repeat itself exactly the same. It rhymes. ICE has a tip line, by the way. I'm just saying. Oof. You feel free to post it in chat, and you guys know what to do. It's a mix where some rights are in fact reserved for citizens, example voting, and some very clearly more broadly apply to all people. Yeah. I'm talking about, like, due process and the judicial system, like the rights that protect you from unreasonable searches and seizures, the right to due process, stuff like that. Yeah, I get that. The Timu Gestapo. And no one with legal training has ever not understood this whole time. No one's defending the Gestapo.
Which is crazy. It just goes to show you that the ICE Gestapo either doesn't know the law that they claim they're trying to enforce, or they're operating outside the bounds of the law. I
think it's irrelevant, right? It's unconstitutional, period, point blank. Oh, your chat won't allow us to post the phone number. Oh, never mind then. I can see where the very concept of law has been so thrown in question by this government, just very obviously making shit up as it goes. Why lay people might be confused. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing it from that perspective, but I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory, right? I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory, because it wouldn't make any sense if only certain people were awarded the right to due process. Because, like, how would you know that this person is undocumented? How would you even prove that a person is or isn't a citizen? How would you prove that a person is or isn't a criminal? I mean, like, all of these things just kind of, I don't know, right? Like, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to us. Well, for sure doesn't like the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4 without elaboration. 411. Donald Duck, welcome.
Individual in the jurisdiction of the U.S. government has constitutional rights, regardless if they are a citizen or not. And the fact that federal agents don't know that or don't care tells you all.
It's most likely that they don't care. That's the case, because, I mean, clearly, like, these people have been given free reign to just do whatever they want. And has been encouraged by this administration to just do whatever they want. Yikes, so life. Our education system is meant to make sense. It's meant to make obedient workers. I agree. Bruno, welcome. I guess I'm a bit late today. I scolded Magabots last night. The troll farm is huge. Well, I mean, it's an exercise in futility, Bruno. There's so many of them.
You need to know about this agency. And the fact that they have arrested so many public officials, including a judge, is worrying, to put it mildly. In fact, we just got video from when ICE arrested the mayor of Newark, as well as a member of Congress. And in this video, before they arrest the mayor, they're talking about who told them to make this arrest.
We are arresting the mayor right now. On with the Deputy Attorney General of the United States. Anyone that gets in their way, I need you guys to give me a perimeter so I can cuff them and get them on there. If you have body cams, turn them on. Okay?
So it's hard to make out what they were saying, but he's saying there that they're arresting the mayor at the direction of either the Deputy Attorney General or the Attorney General herself. And then he tells them to turn off their body cameras.
Cool stuff, man. Yeah. Modern day Gestapo. Yeah, I mean, this is an exercise in futility, right? You can give them all the facts in the world about how this is obviously a lie, but it doesn't matter to these people, so I don't know. It's an exercise in futility, in my opinion. I mean, Godspeed if you're willing to get in the mud. God bless you. Yeah. Did that go through? No, I don't think so, Donald Duck. I don't see anything else other than your original messages. I was thinking about looking into a lefty bot farm. Might be able to do it for free or use cheap Chinese AI. I mean, you gotta fight fire with fire, I guess.
I don't know what to say. Like, these are fascist criminals on camera conspiring to arrest a political opponent of the regime that they work for. And with how lawless they are, you might be thinking, damn, it's only a matter of time until they're busting down the doors of citizens looking for immigrants just like their predecessors did in the 1930s and 1940s. But unfortunately, they're already doing that. Common Dreams reports just hours after
before I got sidetracked. So on Instagram, this person who was a big Trump supporter, who said something to the effect of like, yeah, I would vote for them a fourth time, even though they obviously can't. They obviously can't. But yeah, I said, oh, what a good German. And he said, oh, I love German culture. I'm like, yeah, I bet you do love German culture, specifically the one from the 1920s and 30s. And he's like, oh, don't you mean the 30s and 40s, you slur? Bless their heart, man. Imagine not knowing history about how the Nazis came to power. Like, the Nazis didn't just teleport into power in the early 30s. Like, the Nazi movement was built way before that. Yeah, the Nazi Party just sprung into existence, fully formed in 1937. Exactly. Like, it just poof happened. Never mind all like the anti-immigrant sentiment that has been fermenting. It's way before that, right? That's the whole point. That's what I was talking about. The end of World War I provided the breeding ground. Yeah, there's a lot of anti-immigrant sentiment, which incidentally, those were immigrant Jewish people. So a lot of that kind of just built, pent up, and culminated into the Nazis getting to power years down the road. My final point about the comparison to Gestapo worked outside any rule of law, which this ICE does. They do. They absolutely. The ICE is still on U.S. court's oversight. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. At all. Like, these people literally, we just saw them say like, oh, we don't need warrants. Oh, we don't need, like, what? Rights? What are those? That's not true at all. They're literally operating outside of the law. They're violating people's rights to due process. They're saying like, what? You rights? You have no rights. What are you talking about? Yeah, no, this is not true at all. They're absolutely operating outside of the Constitution and outside of the law.
President Donald Trump said U.S. soldiers should use American cities as training grounds. Federal law enforcement officials on Tuesday night descended upon an apartment complex.
welcome. See a couple of people. Welcome in.
In Chicago, where witnesses say they broke down residents' doors, smashed furniture and belongings, and dragged dozens of them, including children, and placed them in U-Haul vans. Local resident Roderick Johnson, who lives in the building raided by Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents, told the Chicago Sun-Times that federal officials broke down his door, put him in zip ties, and kept him detained outside the building for 3 hours before letting him go. Quote, I asked agents why they were holding me if I was an American citizen, and they said I had to wait until they looked me up, he explained to the paper. I asked if they had a...
Just to be clear, American citizens technically aren't required to show proof of citizenship because we supposedly, okay, on paper, technically, kind of, live in a free country. So, yeah. All those, that's all the Nazi movement was, for purifying the Aryan bloodline so humans can get their superpowers back. True. George Carlin said, you have no rights. Yeah, temporary privileges. That's right.
Warrant, and I asked for a lawyer. They never brought one. Pratishu Fisher, who also lives in the building, backed up Jones's account and said that agents forcibly removed all residents from their homes regardless of their legal status. In other words, it can happen here too. It is happening here.
Yeah, so again, like, this is completely outside of the law, but okay, sure. Go on.
Right now, as a matter of fact. And ABC7 Chicago has some additional testimonies from victims that say some shocking things.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
Pratishu Fisher said she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no. I didn't.
She said she
like,
was...
First of all, what? Like, these people have absolutely no right to do that. At all. But, okay. Sure.
And handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Citizen video shows the chaotic scene overnight. Neighbors tell us there were dozens of ICE agents. Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. That's all I kept asking. Where's the morality? Where's the human? One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
Watson says budget trucks and military-style vans.
That tracks. I mean, absolute psychopaths. Yeah, I mean, this tracks 100%. This tracks 100%. Yep, I agree with you, South Evans. Trump has a replica of the Constitution framed on the wall of the Oval Office and has curtains so it can be covered. I'm pretty sure it's symbolic. Yeah, no, nothing to see here, folks. Yeah, this tracks 100%. So like, yeah, what's the over under? What's the over under that like the slumlord of this building freaking called ICE themselves? What is the over under that the slumlord who owns this building probably called ICE themselves and was like, yeah, whatever, if you trash the place, I don't care. Here, I'll post a link as well. It's actually been saying so he can get the money. Yeah, I mean, again, this sounds like something like absolutely like a slumlord would do. That same week that the judge was granting the emergency order for a receiver, the federal operation quickly garnered national attention. Residents in and around the building took photo and videos of hundreds of government agents approaching the property, some from unmarked white vans, others from rental trucks, reporting News Nation, which was invited on the operation. States agents descended from the military helicopters as well. $100%. No bet if you did not call. If you did not call, had his fixer do it, or a cut, or another cutout. Yeah. 100. Like I would bet real American dollars that the slumlord had something to do with it in some way, shape, or form. Either like him doing it themselves, or just like having someone else do it.
Vans were used to separate parents from their children. Other neighbors say they saw agents destroying property to get in the building.
And they had a big 15-inch chainsaw with a round blade on it cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
I want to repeat what he said just in case you missed it. He said, we're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
I mean, federal agents, but yeah.
That is exactly right. They're putting kids...
Mayhem hippie, 2 days in a week. This is a party. It is indeed.
In zip ties and detaining citizens in order to purge the building of any and all immigrant families. We're talking about a depraved, sadistic group of federal Gestapo agents just flippantly violating constitutional rights with impunity. And to make matters even worse, the regime is bragging about this particular incident. On Twitter, the official DHS account shared a video about this and called it Operation Midnight Blitz, and says to every criminal illegal alien, darkness is no longer your ally, we will find you. And they showcase how they had the entire building surrounded.
What is this, like a freaking Bane quote? What are you talking about? I've been busy out in the world fighting the fascist regime. Heck yeah.
With helicopters and militarized agents, and later showcase the humans that they abducted from the building. And it really should send a chill down everyone's spine that the federal government is Nazi posting on their main Twitter account. And I don't say that lightly. Like, if there was social media during the Holocaust, this is the kind of propaganda that the Nazis would be putting out. But it's not just...
I mean, literally, you could look at the posters from Nazi Germany. It's not hard. It's literally not hard to look up about all the posters and the media apparatus from Nazi Germany.
The immigrants that they're bragging about abusing, because if you go to the official DHS Twitter page, they're posting videos of themselves dragging protesters violently by the arms with the caption, "Dear Antifa, we are just getting started," as if it's a good thing that they're abusing citizens. And even if they confirmed that that person in this video that they were treating this way was some kind of violent criminal, this is still a bit much for any government to post, especially so-called democratic ones. But it's commonplace under the Trump administration. And
yeah, this is the common... This is the exact same propaganda that you would get from a totalitarian regime. I mean, like, that's what it is.
Click on their page. They're turning photos of them abusing people into recruitment propaganda, and they shared a video of them wheeling off this protester that they tied up. And if this is the kind of behavior that we're seeing from people at the top, it's no wonder why the institution is attracting people who do shit like this.
Ya me encerraron, ya me agarraron, bueno.
What is he being pulled over for? What is he being pulled over?
Like, just straight up, like, coming in with the gun, man. That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting. If you support any of this behavior, like, this is disgusting. Okay? If you support any of this behavior, you're disgusting. Kunsky posted a video of ICE roughing up an 85-year-old couple. Yeah. I mean, it's not, this is par for the course. The guy with the frog suit is back from protesting. Yeah, and he said some, like, really based shit. He said, about the pepper spray thing. He's like, nah, it was fine. I'm Mexican or something like that. It's great. It's great. I think I have it. I think I have his response, or maybe I don't. Maybe I didn't post it. But he's like, yeah, the tear gas didn't like barely bothered me. Like I'm used to spice. I'm Mexican, or I'm paraphrasing, but it's very close. Very close to that.
Over 4.
Ahora que rápido te toca, Martín. Rápido, Martín.
Look at this.
There's a child! There's a baby!
Look at this.
I need my baby, bro. I need my baby, bro. Open the door. I need my baby, bro. I need my baby, bro. Open the door.
There's a baby! Can you guys have a little bit mercy, dude? He has a...
There is no mercy in a fascist regime. I'm from Austria. When we learn about Nazi Germany, literally since we're 10. What's happening in the U.S. is really shocking for everyone here. How can people look away? I mean... First of all, thank you for posting that. Giovanna, thank you for posting that. It's the reality, right? It's the reality of how what we're living through right now. They have to be used. They have to be used Constitution toilet paper when they sign up. What the hell's wrong with these officers? Why wouldn't he have the idea of using weapons to kill people? I mean, because they're psychopaths. Anyone in ICE right now is doing it because they want to. Anyone that's an ICE officer right now is doing it because they want to. Anyone in ICE right now is because they want to do this stuff. They want to round up brown people. They want to terrorize people. Trump disrespected Kirk's wife at his memorial. There's no empathy. Oh yeah, the right doesn't like empathy. The right has made that very clear. The right wing has made that very, very clear. Welcome, Bad Lefty. I don't know if I said hello, but just in case. When we learn about Nazi Germany, we always ask ourselves, who is dumb enough to follow such a leader? But the same thing is happening to the U.S. right now. Yeah, I mean, but like, because we're looking at it from hindsight, obviously when we look at it and like, wow, who could follow, like, who could follow, like these Nazis talking about immigrants, right? Immigrants destroying Germany, and whatnot. Same arguments, by the way. If it's shocking. If you read articles from Nazi Germany in the 20s, leading up to the 30s, it's the same argument. It's literally the same talking points about immigration, right? No different. Not a thing. Not a difference. Only that they were Jewish immigrants.
1 month old. He has a 1 month old.
I don't know, bro. Okay.
Oh, motherfucker. Can I ask why he's being detained?
Sorry, folks. It looks like we did the thing. Yeah, we're back. Just refresh. We were taught about the Holocaust, but we weren't told much about the conditions that led to it. Yep. I mean, it would be a much more of a service to talk about the 20s, and to talk about the anti-immigrant sentiment that was happening, especially with regards to Jewish immigrants. So it's just literally the same thing. They are poisoning the blood of the country. Yeah, it's literally like the exact same phrasing. That's the exact same phrasing that the Nazis used, and our president is using the exact same rhetoric. They're okay with this because they are convinced it's God's work. Yeah, some of them are, like the more Christo-fascist ones. Yep, they believe that. I'm completely panicking right now. According to the fake Daily Beast, they say my MAGA queen, Marjorie Taylor Greene, is wanting to dump my ass. Read it and see what you think. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yeah, apparently Marjorie Taylor Greene is open to dealing with Democrats with regards to the healthcare subsidies, which is what the big fight is about. Contrary to what the White House says, I mean, this is the kind of posting that the White House is doing. Okay, like on the one hand, okay, you have like this very violent like fascist movement, and then you have the White House that's leading this whole thing, because doing stuff like this. This is a new article coming from the Daily Beast. Gotcha. I'll have to look at that. Now you have to go to Twitch. You can do 8-Ball on Twitch, I think, right? I'll try to do it. That's right. They're convinced it's God's work, but wouldn't let Jesus into this country because he's an illegal immigrant. 100%. There's actually MAGA people on record saying stuff like that. It's wild. It's wild. Let's see if it works. There you have it, folks. You see, the thing is, like the bots live on Twitch. There's nothing living on YouTube as of right now. I'll have to like allow the bots in. I don't think it's appropriate for the government body to make such posts with that type of comment, but I mean, like, that's par for the course, right? That's literally par for the course. Like, that is the new normal. So where I was going with this is like, yeah, like on one hand we have like this violent fascist, video constantly flowing, and then we have like the White House posting this kind of stuff. No one is alive on YouTube? No, no bot is alive on YouTube right now. No bot is... Ooh, excuse me. No bot is live on YouTube. One of these days I'm gonna have to sit down and work on it. And then you can go ham on it, Soul Life. But right now, I haven't put in a bot. Free healthcare is literally normal everywhere outside the U.S. Why is MAGA trying to act like helping people is something bad? Like, yeah, like, first of all, never mind, like, the ghoulish attitude. We talked about this yesterday because some ghoul came in, saying that, undocumented people don't deserve healthcare. Like, never mind, never mind the ghoulish freaking behavior, like, the ghoulish thought process of saying, like, some people don't deserve healthcare. But this isn't even what's actually happening. Like, I wish the Democrats would be like fighting to make sure that everybody has healthcare, and it would be beneficial to everyone. Really, if everyone had healthcare, it's literally like there's literally no drawbacks. But yeah, like, taking this like ghoulish attitude of like, oh well, certain people, the others, don't deserve healthcare. Taking that aside, like, this is literally just divorced from reality. MTG said them shouldn't focus on helping people because life is temporary, but heaven is forever, and so them should focus on that instead. That's the death cult stuff. That doesn't even surprise me. That is death cult stuff. Yeah, no man is illegal on stolen land. But you get the point. Yeah, this is, first of all, this isn't even happening. Like this is completely like not. This is about healthcare subsidies, not giving free healthcare to undocumented people. Second of all, it's a ghoulish freaking mindset to say that like some people don't deserve healthcare. Like, dude, if you're a human being, like you should have healthcare. JK, welcome. Free healthcare is disappearing in Europe under pressure from Trump. Jeez.
Of people asking the ICE Gestapo for a signed judicial warrant, and not a single one of them have actually presented them with a warrant. Most of them don't even pretend to have one, but for the ones that do, notice how they never show the warrant to the people who are questioning them. Isn't that interesting? We know why they never show it. It's because, as The Guardian reports, immigrants with no criminal records now make up the largest proportion of people in ICE detention, because to them, simply being undocumented is a crime worthy of abuse. And they think it's justified to hold a family at gunpoint and break the window of a car with a 1-month-old in it because, as the one ICE officer put it, fuck those kids, right? It doesn't matter because if they are...
again, like these people are operating outside of the law. This is totally absurd. Lithium Industries, thank you for the follow. They want white only healthcare, but they'll settle for second-gen citizens. I don't know when it became normal for the head of state to lie and it just be accepted. It's just like capitalism in decline. Okay, capitalism in decline creates and breeds the environment for stuff like this to happen. I mean, we've seen this. This is history, right? We've seen what happens when capitalism goes into crisis. People are desperate, yeah.
Child of an immigrant, then they're not real human like our kids. That's what they think. They are completely unrestrained. And here's another example.
Fuck you, you fuckers! Fuck you! Fucking bitches.
Like, this is just like common. This is just like commonplace now. They need to marry AOC as a cutie with Wallace aggressive speech. I mean, I would like to see someone like AOC as the next ascendant. That would be cool. Someone like her, someone like, again, I mean in politics, politics-wise, someone like Mamdani, someone like Graham Plattner, someone like AOC. We need those people now more than ever. Even the voicemail they left, if you call the White House, is just absurd and total misinformation. Yeah, I mean, you saw that, well, I don't know. But there was an article, and I confirmed this firsthand, that they were changing the government workers' outbound email to say, like, this shutdown was all the Democrats' fault and yada, yada, yada. I mean, like, it's just wild stuff. Why are the ICE agents wearing mobster clothes? Because they're mobsters. Tim Walz is VP as our Uncle Dave. I mean, thinking about the fact that people are just going to be reading about this in history books and decades and think, what the fuck were they on? It's just crazy. Yeah, but I mean, like, that's how we viewed the history. That's how we view history, like, from, like, the 2020 hindsight from, like, the Nazi Germany era, right? The Weimar era, right? Like, I mean, this is wild. Zoran was just repeating CIA. Don't remember the UI being... Oh, wait, I'm reading two different things. Sorry. Zoran was just repeating CIA propaganda regarding Cuba and Venezuela. I mean, just shaking off the dust of this profile. Don't remember the UI being this cluttered. Oh, I think this is John Lithium. We need walls doing the left wing sort of what the right wing MAGA nuts do. I mean, like we need populist. We need populist, and we need populist stat, but like for the right reasons, right? We need populist, like actual real left wing populists who want to galvanize the people together, who want to create class solidarity and spread class consciousness to try to kind of pump the brakes on this. That's what we need. Hatch Act violations for everyone. You get a Hatch Act violation, and you get a Hatch Act violation. Think how different this history books would be if the West didn't win that war. Oof. It's gonna take about 5 subsequent administrations to clean up the mess from this one. Unreal, but yes, undoubtedly. We'll have to have failed Hanau for them to be as confused then. Last login 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure Wallace is competent on doing that job if you let him. I think if we truly win, we must then. History will look very different for those future people. Yeah.
Just casually throwing chemical weapons out of their vehicles like it's nothing. As if that's not extremely fucking dangerous. And they were probably pissed off because the guy on the motorcycle was blocking them, presumably because he knew that they were in his city to commit crimes and he wanted to stop them from doing that. But what do? They take it out on everyone else, including a 2-year-old who inhaled whatever chemical they threw out of their car. And according to News Nation, that 2-year-old had to be treated because they ended up inhaling the chemicals and it harmed them, obviously. But soon their abuse won't only be contained to the streets because their campaign to hunt down every last immigrant will be extended to the online realm as well. I say this because, as 404 Media reports, ICE is buying a tool that lets them harvest location data from millions of phones. And this news coincides with an article from Wired about how they are building a surveillance team of 30 contractors to hunt down immigrants on TikTok, Twitter.
Tell me how this isn't the Gestapo, man. I mean, like, tell me what is the functionally, right? Like, fundamentally. Like, obviously, it's not like a one-to-one, but like functionally and fundamentally, like, what is the difference? What is the difference? The Gestapo also did this, except obviously they didn't have the internet back then. But they absolutely built extensive files on people.
And Facebook. So if you share a post about your status or the status of a loved one, they might use that against you because the goal is to make you feel as though nowhere is safe. And at any time, they could bust down your door because they might. They want to instill fear in you. But as that first video taught us, when you stand up to tyrants, you actually can make a difference. All you have to do is take out your phone and film them, ask for a judicial warrant signed by a judge, try to get the attention of others in the vicinity by yelling La Migra, and educate everybody around you about their constitutional rights that immigrants have as well. Also, if you go to nokings.org/signs, you could print off signs of solidarity. There are instructions about what to do if ICE comes.
Also, again, there is a protest coming up on October 18th. Yeah, don't let them use your bathrooms. It's not against just immigrants, but all Americans. Yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna like people think that it won't be them, but it will. Eventually they'll come for you too. If you think that they're just going to stop at undocumented people, spoiler alert, they don't care if you're documented or not. If you think that they're going to stop at brown people, you're sorely mistaken. If you think that they're just going to stop at trans people, if you think that they're just going to stop at gay people, you are solely mistaken. Eventually, they're going to come for the people against their opinion too. I mean, those are the first ones to go. If you're a roadblock to the regime, you're the first to go. That's how they get to the minorities. No Justice MTG Raiders. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate the raid. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Anyone who's perceived as an opposition bloc is game. This is why I avoid social media. A good strategy. Yeah, registered Democrats, anyone who's on the left, anyone who's perceived on the left, that means you too, liberals, wake up. That means you too, liberals, wake up. That's right. They will eventually label all MAGA opposition as far-left radicals and go after people, even if you're center-right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you'll just be labeled as a far-left radical terrorist, socialist, Antifa, whatever. All the buzzwords. All the buzzwords. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Huge shout-out to No Justice. Libs suck, to be fair. I agree, but I mean, they gotta wake up too. This is their butts on the line too.
You can print that off, take it to your job, hang it in the break room. These are things that you have to do because
look, how they've dropped all mention of Charlie Kirk. Yeah, they don't give a crap. They don't. In fact, I'm pretty sure they already have like a replacement lined up for him. They don't care about Charlie Kirk.
Not only is it important, but it actually does make a meaningful difference. If everybody knows their rights, ICE will be deterred. It's not going to work every single time, obviously, and if you try to confront them in person, you might get harmed yourself. But solidarity is our best defense against these fascist pigs, and they have to know.
100%. Like solidarity and caring about your neighbor, caring about minorities, caring about just people in general, and closing ranks to protect people, to protect one another is crucial now, okay? Those Epstein files got to be horrendous, yeah.
That their illegal tyranny is not going to be tolerated by communities. So things like that, the things we saw in that first video, is how you effectively stop ICE from harming people. And when this is all said and done, every single one of these criminals needs to be tried and brought to justice because this is not okay. They don't get to just violate the Constitution and civil rights and civil liberties because they're part of some federal agency. No, these are illegal actions that we are seeing, and they have to be held accountable.
I agree. I agree. In a normal, sane, and just world, after all this is over, they would be held accountable. And will they be held accountable? I don't know. But in a just world, they would be. Let's see if we have time for this. We'll see how much we can play. Hey.
Follow her on Twitter and support her work. This is from Decoding Fox News. You should follow her on Twitter and support her work. She does a great job. We need more of Decoding Fox News.
Especially because of like all these institutions like Media Matters and stuff, like
sued out of existence.
Elon Musk going after them financially. We need independent people like this. So great job.
Now, this is just stuff.
I don't know who that is, So Life, but that tracks. My cynical mind says nope. Yeah, I feel that, but I gotta have some sort of hope. But I completely understand that. Testing, 1 2 testing, 1 2 3 testing. Is this thing on?
Stunning. First off, I want you to just
no. I see you, Bad Lefty. I
sort
see
of
you.
Contemplate the idea that someone from the Mexican mafia would go on to Jesse Waters' program. Yeah, I work for like brutal killers who come into the United States to terrorize people, but at the same time, I also feel like we need to have a voice in the media.
I thought I saw that. I'm pretty sure I saw that, Bad Lefty, right up there. Oh wait, no, you're right. You said something else. I don't know. Do you usually cover IHIP? I don't know what that is. Rachel Welch has slammed Democrats to take AIPAC money, as they should be. I've liked and subbed. Thank you, Andrina. Appreciate it. In my opinion, it's a lot of what's driving, apparently anecdotally, like a trend surge in liberals radicalizing. Some going that can't beat them, join them route, and some going maybe those leftists. I always said we're so radical and unrealistic. We're actually neither of those things all along route. Yeah, I mean, I want those. Those are the libs I want. Those are the libs I want, because they are there. There's people who are like, you know what? Maybe there was something to these what these lefties were screaming about for the past 10 years plus. So I want those. I need as many people as possible who are willing to be like, you know what? It's true. It's time to stand up to fascism. And it's time to stand up for freedom and democracy. Those are the liberals that I want, and the centrist or normies or apolitical people, like those all of us who believe that should be closing ranks and circling the wagons, so to speak. Okay. Yeah, I get you. Liberals will eventually call themselves progressive and hope. Well, I mean, some do. Some do. And hopefully democratic socialists in the end. I mean, that is the hope, that they kind of realize where things went wrong. But, you know, at this point, I just want people that are willing and ready and able to admit that this is a fascist government, and admit that the time is now to stand up and say, like, you know what? No more. No more of this. But that would require the libs to admit they were wrong, so it's not likely. I mean, some will. If there's a faction or a section of them that will, Godspeed. We need as many people who are open to kind of close ranks and help us and help us circle the wagons, right? And I'm willing for those folks to come over. Holy City, welcome. It will be over. Trump won't even live too long now. Oh, I agree. You know, Trump is not the paragon of health. It will end at some point. Fascism always inevitably implodes. It's just a matter of how much damage. Yeah, I could care less what these people call themselves. Yeah, me neither. It's just like, look, if you are against fascism for the principle, of democracy, and you truly believe in freedom, and I mean really believe in democratic norms and freedoms, now is the time, folks. Now's the time. What we're saying isn't even radically left. It's just basic. Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of a misnomer, right? Because, like, there's nothing radical about wanting people to have health care. There's not. You're right. I'm saying that you're right. Just to be clear, there's nothing radical about saying that people should have food, housing, education, and health care. There's nothing radical about, like, not wanting your tax dollars funding genocide. It's not radical to want billionaires to not exist, to be taxed out of existence and use those funds to make society better. That's not radical at all. It's just like, it's not. In America, anyone left to Reagan's corpse is a bleeding heart lib. True. Go find your local 5051 and indivisible groups. They are most active online and nationally, and on a whole host of issues. They tend to be nonpartisan, so you're working with many factions and viewpoints on the left. Yeah, and again, isn't there like another protest that some of these folks are involved in for the No King stuff? Yeah, I mean, whatever groups and factions that are willing to stand up. Yes, October 18th. Whatever factions, groups, movements, organizations that are willing to stand up to fascism for the sake of for the belief of freedom and democracy, all of those groups, okay, need to close ranks and need to circle the wagons. I could say I'm aiming for a left radical like Theodore Roosevelt and William Taft. Ground level news, welcome. There are better orgs out there. I mean, whatever org that's close to you, whatever org that you find that is willing to get out there, join your local DSA chapter, whatever it is. The point being is that all of these people who are ostensibly against fascism needs to close ranks. That's all I'm saying. Anna was shaming AOC for cracking on Stephen Miller. Who the fuck defends Stephen Miller from his left? I mean, I wouldn't say like she's defending Stephen Miller from the left. I would say that she's long gone. She's long gone. She loves to make fun of people. I mean, she's long gone. Jenk said if you crack on people like Steve Miller, then they'll never vote for you or some stupid... Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh no, I lost the Nazi vote. Oh no, I lost the Nazi vote. Oh man, damn. How will I ever sleep at night? No wonder I couldn't see Soul. Yeah, I still don't know why there's two separate chats. I can't even see them, by the way. I can't see them. I just see everything consolidated into one. What's shady about 50501? I think there was like one incident that happened, and it seems like the people up top didn't really take responsibility for something. But my point is, like, of course, you can find the organization that fits you. My whole overarching point, I believe it was like an incident where somebody was shot or something like that. Ground level news probably has more information. The point being is that like any organization that is trying to stand up to fascism, it's all hands on deck. I think I saw some other comment that there's no one that can sit this out. And that's true. No one can sit this out. We are all hands on deck. Because as long as we are able to speak, as long as people like Majority Report are able to speak, as long as people like Kyle Kalinske are able to speak, as long as networks, progressive networks are allowed, as long as people are allowed to assemble, as long as you have the ability to protest, as long as you have the ability to spread anti-regime propaganda, anti-regime memes, anti-regime social media posts, as long as you are still able to do that, then we fire off on all cylinders, as much as possible. Did you see I saw kill this dog on stream? No, is that... Okay, what's the story behind that? Because I'm pretty sure that's a ridiculous story. Was that like some kind of like inside joke or something that somebody else said? Laura Ingraham doesn't have a real-time job apart from spitting far-right propaganda. True. New Ethan Klein drama. Is Ethan Klein the one that's spreading that story about Hassan? I don't know. I'm asking.
Department of the Mexican Mafia.
We're getting maligned. I just want people to understand what we're doing. Also, imagine you're a member of Antifa or Antifa, and
Okay. I think Ethan Decline accused him of using a shot caller on Kaya. Oh goodness.
Stephen, AOC is you're her favorite target apparently on Instagram. Check this out.
He looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them.
Straight up, just Christy Nome style, just executed the poor boy right there in front of everyone. Yeah, a thing I believe. That's what we, Destiny and Ethan Klein said. Why would they lie? True. Nadia, welcome. I'm still 15 behind. Current is Twitch, has Twitch implemented that like reverse thing like YouTube? Like you can that you can rewind. I think that's a new thing on Twitch. Amon Animations is super talented. That was a fantastic video, by the way. When you're chatting about Ethan versus Hassan, I mean, it's just like stuff. It's just garbage stuff that Ethan said.
Laugh at them.
Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them.
Yeah. So this is how you know, like, laughter is an incredibly effective weapon. I've said this before. Laughter is an incredibly effective weapon against fascism. Okay. Yes, she's right. Make fun of them. Okay. Make fun of them. Laugh at them. Okay. These are weak people. Okay. These are weak people. Okay. Thin-skinned. Look at him. Look at him. He's so mad. He's so mad, dude.
I mean, are we trying to play sorority sister as elected official? I don't know. I was at a sorority over the weekend over in Texas. I felt like I was back at the sorority house, except they had more sense. Stephen, quick response.
Well, we knew that her brain didn't work. Now we know their eyes don't work. So,
is he gonna glitch out? Is he gonna pretend to glitch out like he did when he gave away the game? She makes fun of AOC's appearance. I didn't hear Jenk and Anna talk about that. Yeah, I mean, Jenk and Anna have no, like they've left the chat. Okay.
I mean, she is a mess, right? What a train wreck. What a train wreck.
I think you should just get a hoodie.
It's great.
You should just wear a hoodie from now on and respond to her in a hoodie. It should be hoodie to hoodie. Stephen,
yes,
thank you so much.
Oh wow, that's it. That's all we get. Trying to make fun of her wearing a hoodie. Odds of Stephen Miller having Shrine to AOC? Not zero. I'll tell you that. Noah thinks his face changed because he didn't know the camera was showing him as he watched a clip.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the important point is that every time she's on TV, Republican approval ratings go up, Democrat approval ratings go down. That lady is a walking nightmare.
So what are you talking about? Like what? Okay.
And you're about,
isn't AOC like incredibly popular? Okay.
I know you for 20 years. You're about 5'10", 11. About 5'10", yes. So 4'10". Yes. I don't know what she can't say.
No. I'm 5'11", ma'am. 5'11", okay? Not 5'10", 5'11". Oh my god. The fact that this is like the center of the conversation is wild. What about that anchor looking like that North Korean lady speaking on TV? Same energy.
All right, Stephen, thank you very much.
That was amazing. Okay, we need stuff like this. Okay, we definitely need stuff like this. Oh my god, he's 100% insecure, like all fascists are. All these conservative fascists are. Okay, they're just little weak insecure men. Okay, weak little insecure men, who are going around playing soldier. Okay, that's what it is. The same thing with Tom Homan. The same thing with Donald Trump. They're all just weak, insecure men. You have to watch the rest to see his response. Oh man, there's more? Okay, I'll show a little bit more before we get going. Where is it? Okay, here it is.
Stephen, AOC is...
Let's not forget Donald Trump lied about his height and weight. Yeah, 100%.
Meanwhile, Miller's a stud with a...
Miller's a stud?
Really shouldn't throw stones. Her fiance's no Prince Charming. Look at him. Legs crossed, Birkenstocks, straws. 3 strikes, you're out. But when we talk about her, AOC says we're just jealous and want to date her. We don't. And maybe her fiance doesn't either because they've been engaged for over 3 years. Meanwhile, Miller's a stud with a...
Miller's a stud! Oh my god, this is really like the wildest fascist timeline that we have. Okay? This is the kind of stuff that we're watching on Fox News.
Wife and 3 kids.
Well, shit, I stand corrected. Shut the fuck up. He just lost another inch. Now he's 4'9". Keep talking and he'll be 4'8". And I love how he brought up straws because for those who don't know, Jesse Waters has had this fascination with straws and has long maintained that real men standards. Come to think of it, it does look like he was sucking and jerking off a small dick and cradling the balls with his soft hands and manicured nails. So maybe that's his biggest insecurity and why he doesn't like straws. I don't know. But there's definitely something to what AOC was saying about these fascists. And I want to share more of what she said because she is spot on here.
Laugh at them. Laugh at them. Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, we're here to be strong for one another. We need to expose the lies. We need to never let off the gas when it comes to protecting one another,
it's
exposing the lies.
About the deputy chief news broadcast to do a fact check about the deputy chief of staffs. I'm saying it and it doesn't sound real. It sounds like a parody. But this is real life. But
yeah,
just
I mean,
watch.
like, this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, we live in such a wild timeline where we have stuff like this, but, like, actually these people are incredibly dangerous and doing real harm to real people with their policies.
Primetime measured Miller. He's 5'10",
with
no shoes on. He told us, quote, "It sounds like AOC needs a new therapist." AOC really shouldn't throw stones. Her fiance's no Prince Charming. Look at him. Legs crossed, Birkenstocks, straw.
Oh, my God. What does that mean? What does what mean? Sorry. Oh, my God. Nosferatu looking ass.
Bro, you see what I mean now, right? First of all, how did he look like he was literally 45 years old at the age of 17? That is wild to me.
I mean, being a hateful piece of garbage does tend to age you. Do we have any other clips? Oh, this is old. This is an old clip. I've seen this one. Anyways. Yeah, they'll just say whatever. Fuck, that's an insult to Nosferatu. That's true. Anyways. No, we measured him, okay? Guys, we measured him. He's 5'10" without shoes. I'm embarrassed that Stephen Miller's he's 40 years old? My God. He looks like at least 15 to 20 years older. That clip, it's terrifying. He was still 17 on the bus. Yeah. I remember this clip. I 100% remember this clip. He was talking about immigrants, if I remember correctly. Let's play it.
Stephen, AOC
is that and it's obvious that he's tortured animals, but tortured people.
We're not. The ideal solution would be to cut off their fingers.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's necessary to kill them entirely. We're not a barbaric people. We respect life. Therefore, torture is the way to go. Because torture people can live. Torture is a celebration of life and human dignity. And we need to remember that as we enter these very dark and dangerous times in the next century. And I only hope that many of my peers and people who will be leading this country will appreciate the value and respect that torture shows towards other cultures.
Am I the only one who is sick and tired of being told to pick up my trash? And we have plenty of janitors who are paid to do it.
Bro, you see what I mean now, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, hate just ages you, man. Hate's bad for the skin, that's right.
You're out there and you're like, I want to get my message out. Who do I go to? Oh, Jesse Waters, of course, because I know I can trust these guys at Fox News with any information that would maybe tie me to Antifa right now. We never talk about OPSEC in Antifa. It's just I was elected the spokesperson, so I got to go out there and do it. But of course, I'm going to keep my identity secret. Well, if both of those scenarios seem unlikely to you, have I got a video for you? This is, again, compilation posted by Decoding Fox News. Scroll up just for a second. I just want to see how she introduces it.
At least he surely got bullied. Not enough.
Jesse Waters speaks to a man named Eric who claimed he was formerly a member of Antifa. 2 years ago, Waters interviewed Ramon Mundo Mendoza, a former Mexican mafia member. Some folks said the men look similar. This is a side-by-side comparison.
Oh, my God.
Now, their voice is different, but we know how easy. All you need to do is put a Tim Pool voice changer on there to check this out.
Mostly recruiting, working with youth, getting,
Yeah, this is just to be clear. Former Antifa whistleblower. Got it. In a European country, you'd be arrested for hate speech. 100%. Yeah, it ages you and makes you live forever. It makes no sense. Yeah, because it's your soul, right? You got to trade one thing for another, yeah? Why wasn't he locked up 20 years ago? I don't know. People weirdly seem to think I'm way younger than I am. It's kind of a pain when I need help on account of my frailty and failing health. I mean, it's kind of, while I get that, it's kind of like a good thing, right? I mean, I look much younger than what my actual age is. Many people have told me. Okay, I've been told, many people have told me, I ask the questions and people tell me that I do look younger. But hey, hello, fellow Antifas.
And
how do you do?
Going out, spitting out the message. And the thing is, too, a lot of people get into it because they want to.
On the outside, 36 years I've been behind bars. Considered extremely violent enough to be recruited by the Mexican mafia prison gang.
There's an error, especially when you're younger, that you're out here and you're doing something, and that's very appealing.
No, sir. I can tell you for a fact, contrary to that, I kind of laughed when I saw two things. I saw that
people think I'm 30. There you go.
He had allegedly stated that one of his motives or reasons was to support Black Lives Matter and also to commemorate.
This is a Mexican mafia informant, by the way.
The Black Hand.
Oh, absolutely. Because you're young and you're idealistic and you feel like you don't have a lot of control in your life, and you know.
Positive.
so
Yeah, it's
you
one of
can
the things about the Antifa spokespeople. They're very reflective, and they realize like so much of what we're doing is really just because we're young. We hang out with the youth.
We're rascals.
We
and knuckleheads.
hang out with the youth, and
My life doesn't matter. Not to those people. Not to those people. Our lives don't
But
matter
it is
at all.
when you're young, you're rambunctious. A lot of times it's really
Particularly if you're a black, person of color, or any minority.
just about us getting energy out.
It's all grab acid.
We like to think we're doing something
That is the most un-Mexican cartel member. Yeah, 100%.
important, but really, it's really just an excess energy. One of the things, maybe if we did more exercise, like one of the things we try and do in between protesting, just so that we get the energy out, is we all we join Crunch or some similarly situated gym and work out the the angst, and then we stop working out for a couple weeks, and then we go out, and that's just
We let it build up.
Yeah, exactly. This is just amazing.
and you feel like you don't have a lot of control in your life, and you know, so if you can go out there and you know, make yourself a hassle, then that's better than being in, you know,
We live really in the wildest timeline.
anonymous kid.
Which is the official tattoo of the Mexican Mafia prison gang. Well, first of all, he, like many Mexican Mafia members, were anti-black. That was part and parcel of who he was as a bad guy, as a gang member. And records will reflect that. Number two, he cannot at this time ever pretend to represent the Black Hand.
So it would have been about 9th grade or so. Get on a few years. Growing up in Seattle, we had those the riots.
The Black Hand was a Serbian nationalist organization that started in World War I. Oh my God, he can't even get his
99?
stuff right. This guy can't even get his like his like facts right.
I was
Incredible.
ready to
I
go.
didn't know that.
Oh man, I had little Molotov cocktails in my bedroom and a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook. that I
Yeah,
had
dude.
photoshopped.
Yeah. Sure. And Molotov cocktails under your. Okay, yeah. I totally believe this. Molotov cocktails in the bedroom and a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook that
the Mexican Mafia prison gang.
Yeah.
He's persona non
dude.
grata.
Pause it for a second.
36.
So in 9th grade, he had photoshopped. Did
Uh-huh.
you mean photocopied?
I don't know.
Why would you Photoshop it?
I keep Molotov cocktails in my bedroom all the time. By the way, my name is Emily Antifa.
Oh, wow, that's
Oh
Well,
man, wow, look at that. Can't even recognize her. Watch what he calls the battle for Seattle in just a few. Can't really call the phrasing. Oh, this is phenomenal.
See, it's I can't believe Emma went away.
No way, I'm still here.
Oh,
And
I remember at the time
my
thinking
gosh.
that's
I have all this
definitely how an anarchist would describe
inside
it.
information on the Mexican cartels.
Oh my God. What's the guy that we had play the Mexican mafia guy? Can we get him back for Antifa? It's been 15 months. Isn't that going to be enough?
To northern Minnesota.
Oh.
The Mexican Mafia guy. Hi, I've been in the Mexican Mafia for about 13 years now.
Well, I think the story was that he was recruited.
Because he was so violent.
He was so violent. I was completely out of control.
That's funny. Hammer. It's obvious that Fox News hired an actor to put on a mask and had to say those things. Yeah, 100%.
Let
It's
me
the
tell
same
you,
guy.
But I appreciate the opportunity to come on here.
Natty Wolf. Natty Wolf Alaska, thank you for the follow. Welcome. The copy of the Anarchist Cookbook I got was a joke, unlocking cars with tennis balls and making hate squid strike anywhere matches. That's funny.
One of the things is you want to be heard. And that's why I really appreciate your time on here.
It was like, Mr. Mundo, could you not highlight the anti-black stuff? We're trying to make you unsympathetic to Fox News.
Y'all seen the old interview of the Satanist interviewed on cable during the Satanic Panic? Bloodlord, Prince of Darkness or something? Yes. Oh my god. Like 3/4 of the book seems like someone's imagination too.
Yeah, the audience is like, this guy sounds kind of has a good perspective on the
The
kid.
mask still has the tag on it. I didn't notice that.
I didn't know I liked the Mexican Mafia so much.
The kid, they don't really stand for anything. They're just listless. Like, don't worry too much about the protests of the streets, Grandpa. They don't have anything to say at all.
Michael Sir Palin, big hello fellow radicals energy.
Yes, yes.
Totally.
Hello,
The protest
fellow
footage they were
Antifers.
using was a bunch of Lebanese flags.
What?
You didn't see the
I thought those
Lebanese?
were
Go back,
Palestinian
flags.
flags.
Hold on. Where is he?
There? Oh, well, there's some Lebanese
Okay,
flags. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There were some Palestinian flags there
It
too.
would have been
And Mexican flags. Oh, so many scary ethnicities for the audience.
I don't know. It didn't look like that big of an anti.
And are you authorized to come on as a spokesperson? Well, I'm actually the acting spokesperson. We haven't had our meeting yet, but I am authorized as the acting spokesperson for Antifa.
I just need to wear a green hat. So
Yeah,
that
exactly.
You know that I'm not fully nominated.
Right.
Yeah.
I like to wear a hat that is completely nondescript so nobody notices me. If you wear one with a logo, then people take a second look at you. But here, I need to.
You know how
play.
Antifa.
The Guyanus were an Italian illegalist anarchist group that I forgot what they were known for having done. I didn't know about these people.
Get their clothes at a gas station.
Also, do you like my mask? It's part bandana. It's a little
Is
bit
it
more
Fox News
stylish.
the same who pretended there was Sharia law hoods in London? Probably.
A lot of people just wear the straight black, and it's
Right.
like, oh, we've seen that before. It's boring. But you want to get out there. You want to engage.
You want to
people.
stick out
yeah,
at a
you wanna-
riot.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
Seth
the
Evans.
one with the bandana, black mask. That's a classic. It is a classic black box / bandana strategy. We're just like. You're going out to protest. Yes, you want to be anonymous, but you also why not be fashionable? There's no reason not to.
No, the bandana thing is classic conservative guy that didn't want to look gay in a mask.
Yeah.
It's not gay if my chin is not covered by the face typer.
I just looked it up in MR's clip. Got more views than Fox. Nice. That's right. TMR rises.
Just the bandana, like you'd wear on a farm.
The amount of family members.
Go
that
to
can
the
kick
part in this where he says left is best. That's when
No,
news.
if he would have said left is best at the end of that interview, it would have been I would have been 100,000% convinced that it was like a TMR plant. Okay, that would have been my guess. I mean, shit, Hot Fox only hemorrhaging audience daily to death by natural causes. Surely only a matter of time. Oof. The Guyanus were in New York City and sometime range between narrower than 1880 to 1930. Gotcha. Truth be told, we should come up with a better than ranked choice voting. I agree.
Fox News
but,
audience,
yeah.
Fox will continue to lie to you as long as there isn't a major company that will sue them for billions of dollars if they do so for
The
besmirching
legal
them.
department of the Mexican Mafia might have something to say about that.
All right.
One of us is trolling. Yeah.
She's the abuelita of the Mexican Mafia.
Yes.
Oh my god. You know, that would be hilarious, man. Is there a way we can get like a leftist infiltrator to go so far to be able to trick Fox News to be able to get in and do that? Please, like make them really believe that you're like a high level operative in Antifa. Okay? And then just like at the end of the segment, okay, after talking about Molotov cocktails in your bedroom, just like say left is best and then just walk or log off the interview or whatever. Please.
Sean from Coke Alley. Social Security question for you, Sam. Got a guy at work
Good
claiming he
liars.
has a buddy who retired to the Philippines saying he's ineligible for his Social Security for by being in a foreign country, the only information I could find is they won't pay to hostile countries like North Korea, Cuba, country with sanctions. I couldn't find any reason for the Philippines to be on the list. Any opinion? I have not heard of any type of prohibition for getting Social Security if you've retired to a foreign country. I feel like a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
New Jersey mailman. I just want to point out all these
Call
ICE
yourself
guys
the CEO of Antifa.
brutalizing your neighbors, killing your neighbors, and breaking up your neighbors' families for free. They aren't getting paid. Most of them are dipping in.
I don't know, but if someone could do that, that would be like A1, man. A1, A+.
Their retirement so they can continue this job. Oh, I don't think that's true. They're getting a bunch of cash.
You talking about the shutdown, though?
Oh, right now they're not getting paid, but they will get back pay.
Yes.
They will get back pay.
Supposedly.
Matt from Denver. Sam, have you never heard of Special Ops Frogmen? Those innocent ICE officers are clearly afraid of that member of the Navy SEALs who clearly trained in underwater assaults. Not Nick Fuentes. Hello, Sam. I'm not being paid by Iran or you to write IMs to contribute to your show. Just a fan, and I'm paying you to let me have access to your IM chat function on the show, so we're clear. Okay. Cauliflower, Kermit voice. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. Bane level.
Nobody cared who I was before I put the mask. The fire rises, brother.
Threat. I can see why they need the National Guard.
Why are there so many fascists?
Brian.
Breaking that out.
Laura from Somerville. Somerville just won our fight against ADL and their local minions who tried to keep our divestment question off the ballot. Our local organ, Somerville for Palestine, collected over 11,000 signatures from voters. Nice. Hey, folks.
Nice ending on that. Did they even allocate this ICE in the budget? If they have ICE money without a budget, it's Schumer's fault. Yep. Oh, I agree with you, Seth Evans. Of course. Like, you know, I of course have my own small disagreements with some of the comments and decisions, you know, that has been done. But at the end of the day, like even with Bernie, but like at the end of the day, like right now, I think we can all agree that the problem, everyone, I think, that who is on the side of democracy and anti-fascism, I think that most of the people would agree that the problem we are facing is right in front of us. We can put the blame where it belongs, and I understand that Democrats have their share to shoulder. I understand that Schumer and Jeffries are not leading at this time. But yeah, I mean, this is again the same point that I was making earlier. Is the same point. Like, we need all hands on deck. Anyone that's willing to stand up to this administration, and is against authoritarianism and against fascism. Yeah, now's the time to lock ranks. Now's the time to circle the wagons. Now's the time to stand up. Stand up and speak while we can. Everyone forgot about Bradley. No. I didn't forget about Bradley. He's just a guy now. Speaking of which, let's check in with the war-torn Portland that apparently is under insurrection. Let's take a look. Yeah. This is war-ravaged Portland. that apparently has Trump talking about invoking the Insurrection Act. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. True. Yeah, I know. I think this the last behind the scenes producer is Brian, if I remember correctly, right? Is that the last name? We'll talk more about this in depth a little bit. But Trump is insinuating that the Chicago mayor and governor should be in jail. Why? Unclear. There's literally no reason at all other than their perceived opposition. Pritzker has made a comment, but Brian is the new Bradley. Yeah, he's new. Wait, no, he's the new Russ, I guess, right? And Russ is the new Bradley, or was the new Bradley. But yeah, Brian is the new. That is the best. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm just gonna go over this really quickly because I gotta get out of here because we'll talk more about this tomorrow. He's being threatened directly by the president. Like, my guy, listen, Godspeed. We need more energy. We need more energy like this, but also just keep in mind that he is threatening you. So I don't know. You do what you got to do. Trump should be in jail. I agree. Trump should have been in jail from a minute and a half ago. I agree. Tomorrow we're going to talk about a couple of things. The National Guard being deployed. Effects of the shutdown are starting to be felt. Again, I'd like to remind folks that the shutdown is due to the Republicans' refusal to want to extend the ACA tax credits, and they're spinning it with disgusting racist rhetoric about Democrats wanting to give healthcare to illegals, which again is not the case. And number two, it's ghoulish that this is the thinking. It's ghoulish to think that someone undocumented doesn't deserve healthcare regardless, but whatever. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that we're dealing with, folks. And this is the reason why the government is shut down. Make no mistake about it. I saw Pritzker accusing Trump of having dementia. I seriously don't doubt it. If it comes up later in life that we've been dealing with like a demented president for the past like years or whatever, this does not. This is, in fact, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this. That Trump hasn't been there for a minute. I heard J.D. Vance trying to get influencers arrested in Florida over Charlie Kirk comments, and one of them was Destiny. Out of all people, man. Out of all people, Destiny. Seriously? You know what it is, right? It's because Destiny went on Piers Morgan. I think we talked about this more or less. I didn't really talk too much about it. But Destiny of all people was saying, and to his credit, he was 100% correct, that basically the job of the president is to turn down the temperature, and Trump can't do that. So why is it always the onus on the left, and onus on the left, and when all the Democratic leadership condemned the incident that happened, it somehow always still gets spinned as, you know, oh, the Dems have to take responsibility. The Dems have to take down the temperature. The left, and Destiny made the and Destiny made the argument that, like, no, actually, the left shouldn't condemn anything until the president of the United States can get up and say everyone needs to turn down the temperature, and that's kind of a mealy mouth position, right? Like that is, and just well, I'll rephrase that. Okay, I'll rephrase that. That is the baseline position, because overwhelmingly the violent rhetoric, the violence, the political violence is overwhelmingly on the right. They're the perpetrators of the majority of the political violence. Okay, this is not new. Okay, this is not new at all. This has been documented even since before Trump. Okay. This has been documented even before Trump. Maybe we'll officially accuse him. Grounds for removal, I have no idea. Dems are the far right, not the left. The Republicans are merely dramatic further to the right. I don't know if Dems are like the far right. I wouldn't say that. They're just liberals. Liberals are agents of capital. They're definitionally on the right. That's just the way it flows. Liberals are right. Liberals are right wing and will always take the side of capital. That's just the way it has been. I agree. Anna really pissed me off in that Piers Morgan clip because she had me defending Destiny against her stupid take. I mean, like, seriously, that was a really bad. That was a bad one. Imagine Anna Kasparian defending and siding with the far right, because vibes. Because of vibes. Thumbs are slightly center right, the core of the party. Yeah, because they are agents of capital. They're always going to be right wing. Because they serve capital. That's just how it goes. In Europe, the Dems would be a right-wing party, to be fair. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with that. I just don't think that they're, like, a far-right party. Like, these are not the same people as, like, the people calling for, like, the mass removal of brown people in the country, you know? That isn't to discredit what Bad Lefty is saying. Does that make sense? Anyways, time for me to get out of here. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you. Crossing fingers, you never know. True. Thank you. They don't ever support the generous social safety net programs. Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. 100%. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you. You guys are what makes this channel go. Appreciate all of you being here. Thank you, Michael Astor, for modding the chat. Folks, if you want to support the channel, do all the things. There's the links. Hit the subscribe button. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Spread the word. We're here Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Check out my show on Tuesdays at this space. Join the Discord. Check out the merch store. Hit !tip. The Substack. Do all the things, folks. It's time for me to get out of here. Again, thank you for modding the chat. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern time. Folks, as always, please stay safe. Please take care of each other. I'll be on. I hope to see you guys in the next one about 5 p.m. Eastern time. Oh. Come on. Where is it? There it is. Thank you all. See ya. Ooh, my thing isn't even working. Pro streamer moment. Look at that. There isn't really a European spectrum distinct from an American spectrum. That's a scary thought. That's uncomfortable. Yeesh. The U.S. has corrupted the nomenclature. Europe still uses the right terms. Okay, that makes sense. Hang tight, folks. I'm trying to figure out. All right, got it. Hang tight, folks. We're heading out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. The fire rises, brother.